I decided I should probably close this vlog out now that I'm no longer a current BYU college student. So, yeah, here we are. I made it. I survived to graduation, thank heavens. That last semester was really rough. I went to Texas for Christmas break, and I did not want to go back to Utah. It was so hard. But I did, and I finished off the semester, and I have a bunch of other videos that I haven't uploaded yet. But, I mean, if you're seeing this, I probably put them up because I'm going to put those up first. But, yeah, I did it, and it was an adventure, and I'm so excited to, like, be in a career and doing what I love. I think the one thing that most graduates or soon-to-be graduates worry about is finding a job, and I am literally the luckiest person alive because about 2-3 weeks before graduation, I got a text message from my mom, and she was like, "Hey, just so you know, the local high school here in Texas is looking to hire a theater teacher." And I was like, "Are you serious? That's what I want to do, is teach theater." And what a crazy random happenstance that the high school there just happens to be looking for a theater teacher. So I put in my resume and a bunch of stuff and waited and didn't hear back. So I followed up like you're supposed to do. And I sent an email to the principal, and I was like, "Hey, if you just want to like set up a meeting before school gets out so that you can put a face to a name, just so you know, and then you can check out my resume and stuff, that'd be great." And he was like, "Yeah, cool, let me know when you're here." And I was like, "Okay." So as soon as I got here, May 1st, I sent him an email, and I was like, "I'm here, and I can meet with you, like, any day." And he was like, "How about tomorrow?" And I was like, "Yes, sweet, okay, yes, I'm coming." So I am really glad I dressed professionally to meet him, because I walked in and there were like 4 other people in that room, and it was not just a meeting, it was a job interview. And they asked me all sorts of questions about like, do I think that I'd be okay sharing space with the choir and the band as far as the auditorium goes. And when I was in high school, our stage was connected to the gym, and we battled with the people playing basketball. Like, we had to try and sing and talk over the basketball players. So I was like, we have our own auditorium here? That's like the best news ever. And they were probably like, okay, she's a little crazy, but it was really cool. And I had to do some observations for my teaching certificate, that my alternate licensure program, because I wasn't an education major. And so I was like, "You can't hire me now because I got to finish these observations and some of these courses, but I was wondering if I could do those here before the school year ends, and then we'll work through the rest, and if you decide to hire me." And the principal was like, "Yeah, sure, that's fine. Just email the teachers and ask them if you can come." And so I emailed a couple of the teachers and was like, "Hey, can I come observe your classes?" And they were like, "Sure." And I think it was when I was observing either the English class or the art class, the principal asked me to come see him. And I went into his office, and he's like, "Hey, we'd like to offer you the position." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, sweet." So, yeah, and then I finished up all my observations and my coursework, and I had to take this stupid test about theater. Oh my gosh, it was so stressful. It was like 100 multiple choice questions, but it was all about theater, like technical theater safety and theater makeup stuff, and basically everything I learned my 4 years of college all in one test. And so it took me 6 years because I went on a mission and a study abroad trip, and so I'm like reaching back to my memory of my freshman year, trying to remember like what they call this makeup sponge. I don't even know anymore. Anyway, so I stressed about this test, but I had to take it as soon as possible so that they could hire me. So I like gave myself a week to study frantically for this stupid test, and then I was like so nervous, and for a week I did not know what my score was, and then they finally got back to me and I passed, and I was like, "Oh yeah." And then I went and I filled out all my paperwork, and then a couple weeks later I got my keys to my classroom, and I got to go see like the stage and everything they had, and the costumes and the props that I had, and oh my gosh, Oh, it was so cool because I'm not used to having that much stuff. I've been performing shows out of my garage for the past 3 years. Oh, it was awesome. And so yeah, now we're almost done with the first semester of school, and I've been teaching high school for almost a full semester, and it's rough some days. It's really rough some days, but for the most part, I really, really love it, and a lot of the kids just make those rough days worth it. Sometimes they just say the sweetest things. One of my students said that he thought that I was the best thing that happened to the theater program, and that was awesome. Oh, and we did our first play. I have directed my first high school show. We did Cheaper by the Dozen, which I did when I was in high school, and it just went really well. The principal came and saw it not once but twice, which was awesome, and a lot of the kids were telling me that people were congratulating them in the halls and saying, oh, that was awesome and stuff. And they're like, that has never happened before when we do a show. No one ever tells us we did a good job. And they were so excited. So I was so excited. And it's awesome because I just feel like I'm making a difference here and that I'm needed. And yeah, so anyway, I'm not going to say too much about teaching because I know that my students have looked me up online before, and I am so afraid they're going to find this blog or vlog. There's nothing to be afraid of them seeing on it, but yeah, I probably shouldn't talk too much about them while I'm here. So yeah, anyway. So that's that, and those of you who are still struggling through college, you can do it, and life is great on the other end. It's stressful, and there are parts of it that suck, and all of that, but, it'll all work out, and it's worth it in the end. So I guess this is goodbye forever, unless I decide to do life of a high school teacher, but I don't think I'm going to do that, because again, students find things, so... yeah, this has been a great 4 to 6 year adventure. 4 years of me actually recording, but timeline of 6 years, and it's been great. I hope you all have wonderful lives, and I wish you the best of luck.